Okay, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Right, so switch to Horizon. Hi Rose Risen, how you doing? Make sure the controller's working. There we go. Start the timer thing, just in case there's a highlight I need to go back and add. Let's continue. Whew. So how you doing, chat? Oh yeah, I've updated the layout just a little bit. Down below the gameplay where it says casually playing Zero Dawn. Anytime now it should change to the social media profiles if you wish to follow or subscribe to me on any of them. But I don't see it changing right now. Hopefully it will change soon. There's that Stormbird I defeated at the end of the last stream. Yeah, I'm alright. Hot though. The temperature's been quite high lately and I've not been too happy with that, but at least it's cooled down a little bit today. Oh yeah, my profiles have now shown up on the layout. So yeah, now randomly it will switch between those two. Yeah. And I'm gonna try and use Twitter more again. And I just realized I never actually tweeted that I was going live today. Oops. Sorry about that. Oh well. Zombie Stormbird? Probably. That's normal around here. Also, I tried setting up sound alerts and I kind of gave up halfway through because I got interrupted and I clearly didn't disable it again. So it's saying, give me the alert that it's not working. Oh well.
They say the outskirts of Sunfall are teeming
Right.
with dangerous
Let's
machines
go.
these days.
These guys have
What are
lost
you
their
waiting around
king.
have nothing
for,
for you.
Outlander?
Go on.
Bounties are announced inside.
You guys lost your king. How do you feel about that? Seem quite chill about it, honestly.
What are the Carja without a sign?
Balustrade.
Can we even
It's a
call
short
it?
drop from there.
Alright, Silence doesn't have to wait anymore. Surprised he has such good patience.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
It's right
I
there.
see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
I gotta love the sass in this game. Right, in we go.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identity
Why
scan.
did you just go on a monologue, Silence?
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Download?
Emergency venting authorized.
That was a download icon, wasn't it?
I underestimated. So by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Can't just shut the door behind us? It's like... I'm guessing this is one of Silent's contraptions. Don't know what it is, though. A weird thing just made of machine parts. Yeah.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Another incident. From lounge staff to admin. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's needs for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Yeah, I don't think they're getting a response. Or at least they probably never did. We need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Lang bots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails? Yeah, like I said, they're not getting the help.
Never know when I might need.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Very, very old snacks. If they are still here. Soundproofing? Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream and sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. No, I don't think they got that soundproofing either. Anything in here? Oh. Restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I am going to lose it. Please respond, and this time, no tempest in the teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Oh. I guess Travis Tate was working the assistants. Alright.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Alright.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
And now I'm back in my Nora outfit.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren
That
sphere.
corruptor has 6 legs.
Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Bye.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it. Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
There they are.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
I can't... Oh, okay, I can get up. There we go. Okay, that guy's on the way. It's like a heavy or something with a skull. Another one down there.
Still sniffing around.
Oh, hello.
Together!
Guy can't seem to get a look on me. Oh, he got me there. There we go.
Too close to the tribal crypt to stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
Let's find out.
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Yep, that guy's pretty mad. Well, at least he calms down and he gets what he wants in the end, sort of.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Who's this one? Brad on
You
deck.
previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
You gotta feel bad for that guy. He did his work and he did it well, and now it's doomed the world. Anything else? Oh, very hard to see window. Is it a mistake that FAS is sometimes Pharaoh Automated Solutions and other time it's Pharaoh Automated Systems? Yeah, I guess so. I'm pretty sure it's Pharaoh Automated Solutions is the correct term.
let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly.
No, that's far
I mean,
Zenith.
literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Yeah, just far Zenith. Or at least that's all that we've been able to confirm. What's through here? Very dusty air vent. Yeah, that's the same room as before.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
You will be the Alpha of Minerva. Counselor Guidelines. I'll read it, why not? Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm. Addendum B1, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures. Addenda C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to Presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
We'll hear from a bunch of these people again soon. Ah, we're back here again. I want to check because there's... Ooh, is this where the vent comes out? Looks like it. Yeah. Okay, what's the point of that vent? Anything up here? Yeah, some stuff up here, including goodies.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
You're clearly gonna be a member of the Apollo team. Well, that's if you accept it. Okay, this is a dead end, so... just jump down here. This way.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good.
The Spire.
How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries.
There's a grazer.
From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned
Stormbird.
seas,
And a snap mole.
to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Went mostly according to plan.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Well, it's gonna be a little while before we learn what happened to Apollo. Spoiler alert, Ted Farah deleted it. Oh, hello. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classed far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. 1. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, which I'm pretty sure is twice as much as full-time. That's a lot of work. And your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. I really hope we get to visit Elysium at some point. 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. You were expecting it to be in the Burning Shores. Yeah, when I was playing Burning Shores, I actually forgot about Elysium when I was first playing it. And then after I was done, I was like, oh shit, yeah, Elysium wasn't there. Oh well, maybe in the next game. Or next DLC, potentially. Dunno. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted to contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. That's terrifying. You think 100% it'll be in the next game. Ah, cool. Well, I sure hope it is, because there could be some really interesting stuff there. 3. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. That is a terrifying conundrum. Ooh, ooh, hello. This is a lot to read. No, I'll just skip that one. Yay, it's gonna read itself.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
I hope he made it to Elysium happily. Yeah, if we find the ruins of Elysium, might hear some more from him in there, maybe.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like HZD East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Well, she's not exactly wrong. Elysium does sound kind of horrifying. Especially for the people who are like the youngest among those that went to Elysium, like maybe like children and that, or at least children. People who were children when they went in would be among the last people there. So that would be horrifying.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Well, that guy probably got confined. And with the Apollo database gone, what media did they even have access to? Yeah, that's a point. They probably used the Apollo database just to have, like, access to, like, TV shows or TV holo shows, I guess. But when it was deleted, they probably lost access to anything they didn't have, like, stored on their Focus or on any local drives or anything. So yeah, that would probably have been a shock to this, the group in there.
Alert. Medical wing inaccessible.
Really? The door's open. Well, this looks more like the medical wing, if you ask me. Alright. This is not the right way. Not seeing anything much in here. Stranded shackles. Ooh, I got a lot of stuff in here. This mysterious item is valuable only to the most curious merchants. Shackles from an unknown smooth material. I think that's a reference to like another game Gorilla made or something, along with like a baby doll in a Lufia and something else somewhere. Alright, so... that's where I came in, so...
Alert. Confinement block inaccessible.
Yeah, I wonder what happened on the other side of this door. Given how it seems like it's still pretty sealed, maybe everyone who was imprisoned didn't actually get released and they just had to starve in there or something. Oh boy.
Intruder! Get her!
You're the intruders in here.
I know.
Am I wearing the fire outfit? No, I'm not. This one. These guys don't seem to want to move. Keep taking shots out of them. way to fight. Yeah, these guys don't seem to want to move. Well, that's their problem. Right, that's those guys dealt with. Some beds. Guess some people slept here.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this, and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
Well, at least he's getting the choice he wants. There's nothing in here, it looks like. What's with the random barrier here? Okay, that door doesn't open, nothing here. Something in here though.
Saving these for the trail.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
It's just too bad that none of her work got seen by the people it was meant for. Hopefully in the future it will be, given how we got the Apollo database from the Odyssey.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Yeah, but I don't think that porn made it onto the Apollo database in the first place. Based on other data points yet to be found.
Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
Right.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Left, up, left, down, right. Left, up, left. Down. And right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out. Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence.
Well, I can't do this one without this.
Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Right. Oh. Oh God. Oh God, don't tell me I'm stuck. Oh, thank God. Whew. So, where's that thing? There it is. A key component of a mid-21st century military hololock.
Found one. Looks intact.
What's with the random rope here?
That should do the trick.
Right, so everything in reverse.
Let's get that door open.
So it's down, left, up, right, down. So down, left, up, and then right and down.
That did it.
There we go.
Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Oh. Oh, wait. That way. Oh, hello.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Only 3 of them? Oh, hello. You've got blades on your back. It says friend on fire.
Back.
That was pretty easy. Oh, hello.
Look out!
Me?
Oh, hello. I'm on fire. Guys are a bit hard to see in this murk. Ah.
Or not.
Oh, hello again. You've got Deathbringer gun. And I think so does that guy. Yeah, they both do. And last guy. There we
Room's
go.
clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Any other goodies? Data points or anything to read or listen to?
Area inaccessible. Elevators non-operational. Stairwells have collapsed.
Yeah, this place isn't in very good condition, is it? Right.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer.
Nice A pose.
Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Yeah, it seems that the holograms here that show one of the alphas, like about 2/3 of the way through their speech, they just go into an A pose for some reason. Full steam ahead. From Elizabeth Sobeck to Margot Shen. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry Core and the Cold Foundry Site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail. Consult with Aomid Akilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus's first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth. Right.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Wait, what shapes? These? Yeah, that's the thing that just gives up Margot Shen's hologram. I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way. Yeah, this definitely looks a little bit like the cauldron stuff, at least a little bit. So I guess they were testing out some cauldron. Oh, here! Okay, that's definitely a piece of a cauldron. Wow, I've never actually noticed this. Oh, that's crazy. There's Artemis, but unfortunately we can't go through, which sucks. Anything around here? No. Now we're on the upper floor.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
More eclipse.
Careful now.
It's funny how Silence wasn't able to get in, but the Eclipse found a way in. But then again, getting through the vents might not have been that safe for Silence. Because he would have been spotted by the Shadow Carja. There's Minerva. Is this some sort of Minerva technology? Oh, hello, Eclipse.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations.
I'll be right back.
I am Samina Elbaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Alright, I'm back. Just getting myself plugged back in again. Right. Shift myself over. Move the wires out the way. And... oh. Controller. I'm back. Yeah, there's some Minerva stuff going on in there too. So why is Samina Abachi outside the Minerva stuff?
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring
Yeah, she's
of
definitely
knowledge
outside
for
the
future
Minerva
generations.
stuff. Oh, hello.
I am Samina Abachi. Until recently, I was direct.
From Samina Abaji to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions. Magnetic, optical, quantum, even that Eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too heavy to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. As long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina.
Of the International Collective Memory
she's still
Institute
talking.
in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my...
Apollo update. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. Due to, I suppose, the tragic early loss to Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset. With attendant curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia personae? Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Samina. Wait, so there are children and teenagers working on Zero Dawn essentially? That feels a bit messed up, but I guess it makes sense that they need to test it on their target audience.
Preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement.
Yeah, we've already heard this. Well, I didn't, because I was on a break. Oh, hello. Okay, that guy's... Hello?
Help me!
I did hit his blaze. Not uncharacteristic of ZD to be morally questionable. Yeah, true. Oh, hello. Damn, this guy takes a lot of headshots. It must be that wooden mask on his face. There we go. Oh, damn. Okay, you got ice arrows. Let's switch outfits. This one. It's just fun just switching outfits mid-fight. Just to be like, oh, you've got ice ammo. Well, here's my ice outfit.
That's the last of them. On once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Isn't there, like, something I can scan? Oh.
All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Apollo Archive 100. Archive stack error, code lock exception 01, all data lost. So is this where Apollo was essentially stored in encapsulated DNA? It sounds like it might be. Can I scan anything else? Doesn't seem like it. There wasn't like a particular thing highlighted to scan or anything. Yeah, it's just this arbitrary spot right here. Yeah, I can't seem to spot another one. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Hera's testimonial. Voice log received 15th of January 2066. Stacks closed, unable to archive.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it.
Subtitles was missing an
there
S
will be
in
no
weeks.
need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
He did what he could, and he's willing to admit that it was kind of horrifying what he had to do. I think that might be it. I don't see anything else in here. Apollo Archive 000. Oh, so maybe there are some arbitrary spots that I'm just finding it hard to find. Possibly up to 100 if I found number 100 and number 0. Yeah, I'm not just gonna walk around just to look for that. Just for 98 random data points with nothing really in them. Excuse me. There's nothing here. Right. Hades and Alufia.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started?
Nice
Hell
pose.
no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
I bet Travis Tate would have loved what Hades becomes. Noise complaints from Travis Tate to Elizabeth Sobek. Color me confounded, Liz. Bash core? Anyone who says the old TT codes to bash core is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citra-Rum runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious. Yeah, the A-pose thing is really bad, especially with how long it lasts. Like, how did they not notice it? Or maybe it's in the in-universe. They were in such a rush with the animations that they didn't have time to make it any better. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal-themed stuff. Stop by if you want to listen. Or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no bashcore you'll see, or hear rather. in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling, swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah. Or, no, hallelujah. As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accident viz. Last I heard, we was supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. Oh, Travis Tate is probably my favorite character of the Zero Dawn team. Tate here, just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that aren't worth 10-12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers. Sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business. So I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky! I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it will work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strongs. Guess it's time to sleep and bed. I'll back to it tomorrow. Alligators. I don't know how that sounded on the mic, whispering straight into it, but try to read that a little bit funny just for the hell of it. Whoa, ASMR. Oh, it sounded like ASMR, did it? Archive abuse. From Samina Ibaji to Travis Tate, CC Elizabeth Sobek. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo Archive submission number 23,876. Your 666th submission in just 5 days. And oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings regarding inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1. For giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved. Extreme perhaps, but art. Yeah, something tells me Samina Baji, despite being the alpha for Apollo, she's not completely, what's the word? Like, she's being at least a little bit selective about what gets archived and what doesn't. But then again, it is kind of a complicated thing sometimes at times as to what is not worth archiving, I guess, in this idea. 2. For clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself. The definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, "I know it when I see it." Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save after all, or the rest of us do anyway. Dr. Samina Ibachi. Is this place broken just because of time? Or is it because of Travis Tate's death metal shaking the laboratory? I'm inclined to think probably both.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but
nice
as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of
your voice sounds a bit
perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Nothing to say? Alien silence? Can't scan these? No, don't look like it. FC Chambers, from Patrick Borchardt-Klein to Elizabeth Sobeck. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. They're a revelation. Astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Farzenith and Trey to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examine these chambers, I consider the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of FC's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. PBK. Alright, I saw another one. There it is. Cradle sealed. Alufia 1 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Pingback from crucial systems is good. For our maiden voyage, a success. Wonder if that's the Alufia that birthed the Quen. Regards my dispute with the betas over zygote selection. Of course I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is a margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Donk. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the Alufia 2 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. PBK. I'm pretty sure Mount Namuli is in Africa, I think. So I guess that's less likely to be the Quen, because I'm pretty sure the Xinjiang area, province, I'm pretty sure that's in China, isn't it? Which makes sense for where the Quen appear to be from, appearing to be from Asia. Oh, I can scan this.
What I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Far Zenith Model K ectogenic chamber of advanced design. And they still using a Pharaoh operating system. I guess Pharaoh technology is that good that even Far Zenith uses it. Cradle Servitor Persona. Development of the artificial persona for Cradle Servitors, Nurturer, Disciplinarian, Healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of persona, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer persona. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother persona intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings. In just data corrupted. Even the robots were fighting over how to raise the children.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
Yep.
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Well, that way leads to Demeter, but can't go that way. Aether? Somewhere around here. Alright, I think we're heading out of here. Oh, no we're not. We haven't even been to the office yet. Ooh, what's that? Oh my god, that is bright. That is Aether. And this is Gaia. Yay, I don't have to read
logic
it.
won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth,
May I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
There's an argument Pharaoh won against Elizabeth.
Looks like it used to hold something. Some component that got removed.
Nuts would benefit from antilopinate morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Yay! Gaia developed emotions.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Things are possible. Right, let me in. Right, what's this? Odyssey has failed. From Elizabeth Sobek to all alphas. All. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Elizabeth. Yeah, that's a lie. Yeah, Odyssey's just fine. Artemis status. From Charles Ronson to Elizabeth Sobek. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything, had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas, suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Organisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves. Thousands more will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now. Not like this. Not on our watch. Ronson. Yeah, there's a lot more animals that we can find that aren't part of that list he just said. I don't think it's really that clear whether, Artemis is like, while it's an independent AI, is restoring more animals itself. Or if the other animals we see, like in Forbidden West especially, are also part of the, pioneer organisms. I'm not sure. No characters make any mention of, like, new animals popping up alongside new machines. I feel like they would if there were, but maybe they just don't care.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
We've already found an ectogenic chamber.
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Aw, Silence. You're so nice to her. Credits roll.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
The bottom of my foot.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As
Put
sure
your
as
arm
the
through
sun
the lower
rises
hole
and
and you
falls
should be
each
able to
day,
reach that.
those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. It grew when High Priest Bahavas went missing. And when the true Sun King Itamen was snatched away. It not only grew, but multiplied. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
I guess even a monster like you can have a glimmer of conscience. You didn't kill me right away. Turn your face to the sun, child. Dressing up murder as religious sacrifice so you could feel better about it?
No. I never doubted the righteousness of killing you.
By the way, Gaia mentioned caprids. There used to be a taxonomic family called the caprids, but it was changed to a subfamily within the bovids a long time ago. Can't find exactly when, but it's so long ago that the term caprid is literally considered archaic now, let alone in the 2060s. A more accurate term would be caprines now. Huh. Interesting. Maybe something gets changed with like the discovery of like the animal kingdom in the future that brings back that usage of the word. I don't really know how that could work, but I don't know.
And yet, your words touch close to the truth. In my heart, I deemed the order to kill you unworthy of me. You were just a savage girl. So I thought at the time. Even still, I aimed to kill you, and yet did not. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Meant to eliminate High Priest Bahavas. Meant to snatch Itamen away. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
The sun doesn't care whether Aloy's alive or not.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then get this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile.
I'll get another one.
So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon.
Your back is clipping through your cape.
And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow.
Bad buddy!
This one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die!
Your favorite scene in the game?
Be the first of thousands!
I understand why. Let's take down this bad buddy. Bad buddy!
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this room. Maybe I could use.
Hey, I'm over here. Can you see me?
That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down.
Stuck! Get me out of here!
Gotta get out of the way.
Oh, hello, there you are. Ooh, that was scary. I thought I was about to die. There is no way you got dressed in that amount of time. Does make her look pretty epic, though.
Hey! Guess who got her weapons back? Now you're just a big dummy target. Come and get it!
That canister on its belly. Looks important. prints on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks.
I got in the leg at some point. Oh. There we go. And down goes Bad Buddy. Bad Buddy! Nice back.
Silence!
Yeah, Silence is on his way.
Shadows. Kill her. Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Silence to the rescue! Buddy! More buddies! Woof. Can't corrupt Buddy. Buddy! Bye. Thanks for the rescue, Silence.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time, then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy?
He did take the focus with him.
That Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but...
Man, that was a very simple answer that made no sense.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Truth be told, though, of course.
Great.
What?
Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right.
She almost said my dad.
Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat.
Right.
Okay then.
I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a want, but a who.
Aww.
Yeah!
He didn't have to say that, but he did. Silence does care at least a little bit. Right, so what's this new outfit? It's one of those customizable ones. It's probably not going to be worn that much, if at all, honestly. Anyway.
Alright, plant your feet. Steady.
That's not medicine. Neither is this. Right. Nora territory. Nah. Let's just go straight there. Oh yeah, I can't fast travel there. Nope. Nope. Yay! Right.
That's small. Trees on fire. Embrace. Tower's burning.
Hello, Corruptor. Let me put on my corruption outfit. Wrong arrow. buddy, go! There we go.
Stand here. Anything to protect the embrace. The gates come home. This is Hades' future.
Right, let's go.
Not alone.
Oh, hello. There's a Deathbringer over there too. Yeah, screw it, there's too many to fight. Ow.
Release to the ground.
Right, this way I think? Oh, I thought you were dead. Well, now you are. Whew. Come on, buddy. We gotta try to save.
The eclipse smashed through.
Oh, hello. Freezer statue. Always got time for that. Oh, hello. Hello, two corruptors. You're ready to be destroyed. Whoa. Let's try this. Whoa. Let's divide and conquer. One on fire. Oh, hello. Or bye, I should say. Oh, hello, Eclipse. Alright, won't be long before the other corruptors free. free, isn't it? Yep. Okay, let's tie you back down then. There we go. Down. Right, you're free. Let's fight. Where'd that come from? Probably the corruptor. Burn! Nice. Whew. Oh, that arrow's suspended in midair. Unless this guy's dead. Is there any medicinal plants around here that I can have? I think that's it. Comes the scrapper! Whoa! Bad buddy! Cool.
I think I'm in the clear. More clips. It's a corrupted Thunderjaw, all right. The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. I'll never reach the hatch.
Don't think that worked.
Braves, to Aloy's side, now! For Aloy! For the For our mother!
Varl
Contact!
and Sona, they're still alive.
Get rid of those cannons.
The corruption will not take hold!
want that Deathbringer gun. I want to use it. I think I'm going to be able to use it with a Thunderjaw, just stamping on it. He knows.
Bring down the demon!
Hello.
Cancel the search. I got it. May the goddess remember.
I'm gonna die, aren't I? I really wanted to use the Deathbringer gun on it. Go Varl! Go Varl before you die.
The corruption will not take hold!
The bad buddy will not take hold!
Finish them!
Whew.
We did it! Aloy did it! We only helped. I thought we would die.
I'm sorry if I'm kind of shouting really loud. I'm getting quite into this, as you can probably tell. Lots of medicine here that I'm more than happy to gather up. Oh, that's where the other cannon landed.
I'll find a use for you.
Oh, there's one Thunderjaw taken down over here. Oh god, don't fall on me! Yeah, maybe now is as good a time as ever just to check my weaves. Do I have any better ice resistance? 1% bigger. Right. Yes, I do for this one. Fire resist. Nope. Corruption resist. Nope. This one is the shock one. That's the best I got. Stealth one. Nope. Resist ranged attacks, 18%. Ranged attacks, 18%. Okay, I do have something for that.
Can't carry more.
I didn't want that one. There. And now outfits. There. Cool. Yeah, so now weapons. That's a better damage coil. Any better tear? Yep. what handling does, but let's just put it on. Because why not? Right. Free shock and corruption. Nope, that's as good as it gets. Freeze, fire, and shock. Nope. 43% shock. That one is 1% better. And the Tripcaster I'm literally doing nothing with. Cool. Any more goodies?
Stocking up?
I sure am.
Aloy, you saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale. Bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl.
My body aches.
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. But braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even
Only the
Karja,
matriarchs
in all
matter.
their red raids, never broke through to the embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through. Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground,
Bad buddies.
met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo, ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decision saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here. So the survivors took shelter in the mountain?
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Lansra.
Tirsa's decision saved lives. I need to go inside the mountain.
And the matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure. But I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
Oh, Varl just teleported away.
It's the Seeker. So many have already perished. Goddess, remember them.
Seeker.
Don't really need to wait for Varl.
How did it come to this? How will we survive?
I hope you killed the faithless outside, Seeker. I hope
How
you
did it come to
killed them
this?
all.
How will we survive?
You.
Hello,
Me.
Resh. Still guarding the latrine?
Leave me be.
Good thing I found Sona, huh? Can't have a tribe without a war chief.
I was wounded in combat. I make no apologies.
Of course not. Why would you get started now?
Why couldn't you die out there?
Many tried to kill me, Resh. Care to take a turn?
Too many witnesses.
Don't let that stop you.
So he really would try to kill her if there was no one around?
You have come just in time, Seeker.
My sons.
You should speak to the matriarchs. They're waiting.
In a moment. I meant to ask you some things.
Of course.
I should speak to the High Matriarchs.
Nice question.
Yes, they're waiting for you. We'll talk later.
Right,
Aloy, you've returned.
It's
Aloy.
Aloy!
You've come back.
I brought Mother's spear with us.
Come.
Everything else we had to leave
Speak to
behind.
us.
Glad to see you
Foolish
have it.
woman.
I know
You
what it means
welcome
to
a curse.
What?
Come, Seeker, we have much to discuss. Her very presence here is a blasphemy.
I hope the enhancement to your spear has proved useful.
Oh yes, many times over.
the doom Resh would bring to the world, yeah.
Aloy.
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 That's my name.
So many wounded.
So many wounded.
Seeker,
many
how
dead.
you reached us, I'll never know.
Hello, Seeker. Aloy. 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 Aloy.
The matriarchs led us here to die. I don't want to die here. Oh, goddess, please.
Isn't Teb meant to be somewhere? I swear Teb's meant to be around here. If I just walked past him. Yeah, I did. There he is.
Whoa. I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries. Are they serious?
A gash or two. Nothing I couldn't sew back together with a needle and thread.
Guess being a stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did. Have you traveled far? As a seeker?
You wouldn't believe the things I've seen, Teb.
I knew you'd come back for us. You should speak to the High Matriarchs. They're waiting. You should speak to the High Matriarchs. They're waiting.
The battle was lost until you came. You have accomplished what I could not. The tribe is in your debt. Your courage this day will live on in song and legend and All Mother's memory, I'm sure.
The Seeker.
Aloy.
How could she be here?
The battle was lost until you came.
It feels as though All Mother has forgotten us, Seeker.
Hey guys, I'm going into Alufia. Nah. Won't let me in even though I jumped straight past them.
Arrows fly true. So, you have finally returned.
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege.
How was this done? By the will of All Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters,
Surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
Lansra, it's over. It's time to step aside. I'm not gonna hurt you. If there's anything I've learned since the Proving, it's that there are bigger evils in this world than you.
Ouch.
Finally.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted.
Nope.
Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Can still see them out there. Well, just two people. It's probably Alara and that.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
Right. Alufia.
So this is Alufia.
And there's a baby doll down there. Oh. Hide player on. There you go. Yeah, that baby's probably been here for about 700 years.
This is where I was born.
Where you were made.
These, well, they're not cave paintings, but they're the same thing. These things are really interesting to me. Just what the children of Alufia drew on the walls. Don't know what exactly is going on there. And this is probably when the children left Alufia and the mother persona just released them all. Nothing here.
So these are artificial wombs.
The mothers of a new generation hundreds of years ago.
And me? So this was it.
Where you were born.
But why?
Chamber B1001. Ectogenic chamber B1001. Birthing logged 3021 April the 4th. Tasking 014859698 F3 complete. Standing by. Gestation 39B1? I think that is meant to be an E and not a 3. Oops. Spawning phase tasking complete. Correction, partial reactivation. Standing by. Alert, viable zygotes in storage, 0. The, Cradle Persona multi-servitor keeping back the children from accessing the glorious outside world with just a single fox in it. And clearly they like the mother persona. Yeah, you can see up there, you can see the door out. Fuck and Arana. Yeah, them just all being trapped in here. But they can just see this like wide open area and just wondering like, what is all that stuff? Why can't we go down there? What's all that up there? And stuff like that.
These look like cribs.
Nursery E9B1. Nurture phase task incomplete. Nutrient stores depleted.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
They look like those kind of things that like babies in like in a hospital are sometimes put in with 2 holes to put your arms through. Store won't open. I'd love to be able to explore Elufia 9 more than we can. Just to see what else is around here. There's a playground. Very dark and gloomy. Hasn't been played in for like 700 years. It's kind of creepy, honestly. Nothing here. Yeah, you can't jump down there, unfortunately.
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother!
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time.
Why were the kids in such low quality? You couldn't make out any details or anything on them. Whoever drew that clearly would become one of the people who would go become the Karja. I do wonder if Ahriman, the first Sun King, was possibly one of the children of Elufia, and maybe he drew that or painted it, whatever it is. And maybe he's that kid who says, "No, I'm king today." I don't know. Well, given how the children of Elufia were clearly able to read, and that's how Ahriman was able to read the leaves, the first leaves that you found. It makes sense to me. How else would the children of Elufia be able to read with nothing to teach them how to read? At least that makes sense to me, at least. That's an unhappy face right there. Nice rabbit. A dog and a cat. A deer. The way those guys are floating, those look like zeniths. And there's the beautiful outside world that they wanted to visit. And they did, just not in the way they probably wanted to or expected to.
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Back when the lessons were actually enough for the young kids. Didn't exactly last for long.
So this is where they lived? It's a mess. Everything's broken or painted on. How long did they live here?
Way too long. Kindergarten, E9B1. Alert, multiple system failures. Alert, nutrient stores depleted. They didn't even get to finish kindergarten.
Children, let's run a jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Yeah, that wasn't enough for them as teenagers. Nothing around here. Another playground over there or something. With beds, so that was probably their bedroom.
I have no choice but to release you. But why? There is no food here anymore. But there's food out there? We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now, and take care of each other. What will happen to you? I will stay here, and sleep, and remember all of you. What will happen to us? You will be brave, and you will learn.
And that's probably where the title of the Nora Brave comes from. Also, why is that one that's clearly the last thing that happened here Incident C, but then Incident D exists and shows something completely unrelated? Which I haven't actually come across yet. Oh, yes I have.
Someday. That's what you always say.
We want it now.
It's big down there.
Now, Father!
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted. Except yours.
Damn sentinels.
It censored them beating the children.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
So the Molly servitors were actually allowed
They were
to...
trapped here. Their whole lives.
In plain view of luxurious space.
What went wrong? Why couldn't they access the other areas?
Unknown. But you won't have that problem.
The Molly servitors were allowed to hit back at the children hard enough to cause mild bruising? My god. I'm not sure I agree with Patrick Bouchard-Klein being the Elufia Alpha anymore. Yeah, this is just a repeat of those other paintings.
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
Pulled for identiscan. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed. Welcome to Lyceum, a place of learning.
So, what was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
Why not?
Welcome, students. Please pick up a focus device and place it on the side of your head, just behind your eye.
I had to dredge the pits of the world looking for focuses to repair. And here sat a trove, enriching no one.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day, your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn, so much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline?
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
I thought Samina's speech was meant to be a lot longer than that. Yeah, it's much longer here.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day, your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn, so much promise and possibility. You'll find that from this point on, your world just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Starting today, you'll be living in a bigger room, one large enough to fit your growing body. And before long, you'll start meeting other children. Children who grew up in other broods like yours, in separate areas here on the inside. But the biggest world is the one you will all share. The world of knowledge. Of everything that the people who came before you thought and felt and dreamed. It was a beautiful world. But as you'll discover, it was a troubled one too. Our dearest hope is that you will do better. Now, it's time for you to meet two very important people. A man named Aristotle and a woman named Aspasia. They will be your guides to the world of knowledge. I wish you fulfillment and enlightenment in your journeys ahead.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
So they were living, as they grew into teenagers, in a room that wasn't even big enough for their growing bodies? Were they like sleeping in like toddlers' beds while being teenagers or something?
Hello, child.
Hello.
My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Hello, child.
Hi.
My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert.
Hello, child.
Hello.
My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you.
Oh, wrong way.
So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Even more space that way. Right. Let's keep going.
Priority for Dr. Sobek. Please get message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
Operations log. 16th of March, 2326. E9 inhabitants released. E9 cross-check complete. E9 sealed. E9 data archived. E9 operations suspended. 26th of August, 3020. It's Gaia Prime. Gaia Prime order received. E9 runtime recommenced. Gaia Prime store query processed. Gestation order received. E9 initializing. Alert. Gaia Prime offline. Alert, E9 nutrients depleted. Alert, zygote banks depleted. Store file LK1A14510 viable. I thought there were no zygotes available. Waking multi-servitor B123. Alert, multi-servitor B123 power malfunction. Multi-servitor B123 repair tasking. LK1A14510 processed. B1 chamber repaired. B1001 chamber repaired. LK1A14510 attached. LK1A14510 gestation initiated. E9 power save initiated. 4th of April, 2321. I mean, no. 4th of April, 3021. E9 runtime recommenced. Alert, Gaia Prime still offline. LK1A14510 viable. Waking multi-servitor B123. Alert, multi-servitor B123 power malfunction. Multi-servitor B123 repair tasking. LK1A14510 delivered. Aloy was born. Accessing Gaia Prime instructions. Multi-servitor B123 transport tasking. E9B1 hatch unsealed. LK1A1 positioning successful. E9B1 hatch sealed. Alert, multi-servitor B123 power malfunction again. E9 sealed. E9 operation suspended. Whew! Now I can take a little break from talking.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
Yep.
You are my solution.
Sort of.
I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility,
why?
All available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. you will never view this message, then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
Goodbye, original Gaia.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Whew. Right, just saying, I'm pretty sure at the end of this quest
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Elufia 9. Route 1 access unsealed.
once I come to the end of this quest, I'm gonna bring the stream to an end. Whoa! Just fall to the bottom, why don't I? Right, up. Wonder what's that way.
This is going to be interesting.
Of course, Landra is the first person to drop down in worship.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive! The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
Sure, why not?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
Up!
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you.
Even Resh
There's
is
a
on his
whole world
knees.
beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger.
It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
Whew. Okay.
What did she see inside the mountain? Maybe we aren't meant to know.
there's a lot of conversations to be had, so I think I'll just leave it for now.
And thought us broken.
And hopefully remember at the start of the next stream to talk to everyone.
She speaks to the goddess?
I'm sorry if this is kind of a abrupt end, but yeah, it's time for me to go. Where's nearest campfires here? No worries, it's been fun. Glad you think so. Whoa, don't fall off the edge. Right, knowing my luck, I'm definitely gonna forget to listen to everyone's conversations at the beginning of the next stream, but oh well.
Being soaked from melted snow.
Especially with the nearest campfire being so far away. Oh, hello, random merchant, just chilling out here. I don't think I have anything... No, I don't think I've got anything at all that I am wanting to buy. Maybe this, though. I'll take that. And I'll open the boxes and... Oh. Right, and I will sell... sell that stuff. Cool. Right, let's save. And thanks for watching. See you next stream. Oh, I'm trying to do this. Bye.